and welcome to this beach house we are building today. So here in the northern hemisphere where I'm living at, it's really cold outside and it's supposed to snow today as well. So I was dreaming myself away to the beach and I wanted to build something fitting for that. So today we are building a beach house that is going to be an apartment house. So we're going to have 3 apartments in this house. And today we're going to do the exterior and the common parts of the house. And in the next video you will see me decorate the 3 different apartments. So as you can see on the bottom there are 3 garages and they are all going to have a garage each. So we are going to connect the garages with the different apartments. But this is going to be a 3-story house, so we are building up and we are doing these little bump outs so that you could have some kind of shelter above the garage, and we're not going all the way back at the top, so it's a bit narrower on the top and a bit wider in the bottom. That's because we're going to have the common areas on the first floor. And on the second floor there's going to be like 1 1/3 apartment because I'm dividing the apartments into, well, 2 of them are on 1 floor and 1 is on 3 floors. So it's a bit different to the layout for the apartment. So the one on 3 floors is obviously the biggest one. And here we are roofing this monster of a build, and there are a lot of different roof pieces to this house. And we're also going to have some little bump outs with the roof as well when we have finished the main part of the roofing. So you will see me, this is the little bump out over the garage, and there will be some bump outs to give some shelter from the sun just shining in on the floors, so that the windows are a bit covered by some roof pieces. So that's what we're going for now, and of course we need some pillars to stabilize the roof so that it won't fall down upon the cars or the people trying to get into the house. So yeah, that's the front of the building, and I also went in with some pillars in between the garage boards so that it looks a bit cohesive. And then I wanted some black railings and some bits for the this is going to be a flower beds, so I just wanted to mark them out with some sort of line to know where to put them later on. And in between those lines we're going in with some slabs so that you could, well, actually this will have to pretend that you can drive up to this house because there's actually a walkway going up there, but you could pretend that you could drive your car up there, or you could place this house on another lot if you want to be able to. But we can't drive in The Sims 4 anyway, so there's not really a problem. You can do as you please in this game. But if you want it more realistic, then you could put some extra, could put it on another lot, that's what I'm supposed to say, so that you could drive up to the house in real life. So just moving the pillars a bit back to hold up the walls instead of the the roof, and then I went in with this little thingamabobs. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they stabilize the roof instead of the pillars. So, and also give it a bit of another color so that we can have some wooden textures in there as well. And here's the other roof pieces that I talked about that covers the windows so that the sun isn't going to shine right into the apartments. So this house is actually made from a reference picture, so this is a real house somewhere in the world, and yeah, I thought it was cool to, like, instead of put an awning or something, they actually have a piece of roof to cover the window situation. So that's what I did as well. And they have this kind of metal roofing, so I went for that in this build also. And just a light trim around the roof. And the house was blue, and there were 3 different kinds of textures to the wall. It was like this shingly looking on just this little middle part, and then there were some wooden textures going in the different directions, one vertical and one horizontal. And since we didn't have a vertical and a horizontal wood texture in the same kind of exact same color, the same wood, so I had to go for 2 different ones, but I think it went together quite well actually, so I'm not mad about it. It works fine. So yeah, it's a very light and bright house, and then we go in with some darker wood colors to bring out that wood from the holding up the roof part thingamabobs. And I wanted to go for some windows that fitted the style, because in the reference picture they have like these windows with the big wooden slabs in front of it that you could open up to get some air in, but it's still covering a bit of the window. So I had a hard time finding windows that I wanted to use, because the ones that came with for rent, they were quite big, but I go for them on the first floor or second floor, depends on how you look at it, but yeah, these ones are for rent. So I went for these ones on this floor, and then I will go for just regular ones on the top floor. Since there are roof pieces covering more of the side of the house there, it was hard to find windows that could fit in perfectly, and I had to put them a bit higher. But these are also for rent, but they don't have the kind of shutters that you could use to cover the windows. But that's probably okay anyway, so most of the windows have these roof pieces that covers them, so that's probably fine. So yeah, the windows are in on the front, and we're just going around the house to put in windows all around, and they are going to change a bit as I do the layout, which I'm going to do off screen, because let me tell you, I had quite a hard time doing the layout. It was hard to figure out how to make all the garages meet up with the apartments, and how they were going to be able to move around the house and get to the apartments, since they're on different levels and so on. So yeah, I did put in them where I thought they fitted for now, but if you see that they have moved when you see the actual floor plan finished, that's why. So yeah, back in the front to do some landscaping, and I wanted to have some quite lush green and flowery things here. So I think it's a hot place, but it's not that hot that you can't grow plants and so on. It still grows things here. So I wanted to show a lot of flowery things in here. So that's what I went for. And the little plot in front will just stay as it is for now. So we are working on the side, and I wanted it to be quite full with flowers and bushes and so on. So we will put in a lot of different both flowers and trees and bushes and other greeneries that I found in the menu. So I just go around looking for things that I think might fit in this environment. And some of them are really huge, so you have to size them down to make them fit. But yeah, I think this little patch of greeneries is turning out really good. So it's a pretty little side garden or so to keep. Also, it prevents the Sims from walking on that side of the house, so that they use the entrance on the front and the back instead. And gives a bit of cover, because there are people walking on that side of the house, because there are some walkways on both sides of the houses. So we are doing the same on this side, covering up this side with some more greeneries. And some trees in the back as well. So yeah, I hope you're having a good day today. It's Sunday, so it's the last day of the weekend, and tomorrow it's time to go to work again. So yeah, I'm not really prepared for that, but I'm not going to complain, because I only work one more week and then I have a week off. So that is going to be really, really nice, and I'm very much looking forward to that, to have some time to just be and play some more Sims and build a little bit more and so on, and spend some time with my kids. So yeah, that is going to be lovely. And as you can see, I put some slabs on the back as well. So this is going to be the common area in the back, where all of the persons living in this house could go out and spend some time together. And we are going to have a little pool area out here in the back. So that is what is going to be on this slab. And I will also extend it to go all the way to the back, so that the pool can fit better, and so that we also can have some little seating areas and so as well, so it doesn't get all cramped in the back. So I actually think it's turned out really lovely. So you will soon see how the back turned out. And I think that this is a real nice place to live in. I would actually like to have two of the apartment isn't that big, so maybe like a holiday apartment. That would be really nice, to be able to go somewhere in the winter and stay at your own place. Yeah, I would have loved that. So maybe sometime in the future. Yeah, you could see me put down a waste bin, and as you could see when we came back, this is where I've made the layout for the different apartments. I also did a little shelter for the garbage bins, so that they are more hidden away, and there is one for each apartment, so they are 3 different colors to the bins. And now we are inside working on the common areas, and the common areas for everyone inside are the green parts, and also this little beige one in the middle that is going to be a gym where they can go down and work out. And this is just a little lounge area in the back where they exit their garages and go upstairs to their apartments. So there's a little seating area there, and it's also where you enter to the back, and the pool, which you can see in the back, are in there now. So this is just very simple. There are some sofas, and there are a little table and a lamp and other things to keep it clean and tidy down there, and also the electrical box and an AC, so it doesn't get too hot in there. And some other things that you could use for doing the gardening, since I would imagine that the people living here have to do by themselves. I don't think they have hired someone to do the gardening. It's them who keep the garden in good condition. And just a little exit sign where you could exit if, hopefully not, but in case of an emergency or a fire, you could exit through the back door as well, or through the garages. And then we need some curtains to pull this little area together and make it look a bit more homey. And I was thinking that in many countries where there's a bit warmer there, and as near the beach as this is, you would probably want some kind of floor that could stand some sand coming in, and that you could easily sweep up and throw out and so on. So there's a stone floor on these lower areas, except for one area you can see in the back behind the mirrors right now, because that is going to be a part of the big apartment, the one on 3 stories. It's 3 stories. It's going to be 3 stories high, and this is the lower part of that apartment. So there we're going to put in another kind of floor, but that one we're going to save for next time. So we're doing just these areas today. The exercise area you can see here with some different workout machines that you could come down and use, and just some inspirational posters on the wall to keep you going. Maybe look, there are people in the pictures that are, well, this is you shouldn't make a lot of noise in here. And a little calendar where you could mark when you, I think it's like in other apartments where you book your time to do laundry. Maybe you could book in when you are having you're having if you want to be alone in the gym, that's what I'm trying to say. You could mark it in the calendar, and then it's taken and no one else can take your time. That's what I wanted to say. So yeah, this is the upstairs, and I wanted to put in these numbers so that all of the apartments have different numbers, so you can find them. And then I realized number 2 and number 3 should be on the same floor, and number 5, there's no 400 something, so we'd had to move up to number 500 something, and there's no 100 either. So there's apartment 200 something, 300 something, and 500 something. And the garages are a bit different in size, but they all fit a car, as you can see. And they have different things in them. So this one has an extra little tuk-tuk tucked away. And the first one with the white car are having some extra bikes and so on. And the biggest garage, the one in the middle with the brown walls, also has put in some laundry in their garage. So yeah, they can go downstairs and do their laundry. The other apartments don't have laundry. Maybe maybe they have, well, they might have put in the laundry together, I don't know, and they all use it, but it's just the brown garage that has laundry in there. So I was trying to go around finding different things that could fit in a garage, and this air duct I thought was good for the gym to be aired out so that it wouldn't get too hot and steamy in the gym. And yeah, this is the laundry part with the washer and dryer, and I was trying to hang these up, but they hang like you can't get them to hang on the wall, so I skipped them because that's what I wanted to do. So I think someone in this family is really into fishing, so they have some fishes on the wall that they have caught. Yeah, and that's, they want to display them, but I suppose their spouse did say no, they are not going to hang on our walls up in the apartment. You can hang them in the garage if you want to have them. So that's why they are down there. And just a little plastic chair that you could sit and wait for the laundry to finish if you come down a little bit too early and the laundry isn't quite done yet. And some knickknacks around to make it look like they actually use this place. So yeah, and this one got some lockers where they could hang up stuff. So they all have different things, as I said. I sized this down. It had a little bit of a shadow, but I thought that it had, but that's how it is. I just went with it anyway. And they also get a little storage shelf like this one with some knickknacks in the first garage. And the green garage is the only garage that enters directly into the house if they want to. So they have like a staircase into going upstairs, or they could just pass right through and come into the their apartment as well. And now we are out back by the pool, and we are just putting in some sunbathing chairs and some picnic tables and so on, so that they could spend time together out in the back. And I wanted to cover some of the chairs so that they could lay there and read a book maybe or something, and not just sunbathe all the time, just have a nice time in the shade as well. And then I realized we have to have 2 tables at least, because there are 3 apartments, so there are quite a few people living here, so they would need some space, and maybe they don't want to hang out with each other all the time. They might want to have a table with just their family members and sit and eat dinner and so. So yeah, I decorate the floor as well down here, but we're not going to decorate the area itself. But as you can see, this is going to be a little toilet. So we're doing the toilet today as well, but this is a part. This is part of the 3-story apartment, as I said. And this is the only apartment that has this kind of squatting toilets. The other apartment get regular toilets. So yeah, I think that these are more like the original ones. I put in toilet paper there, but actually I don't think you usually use toilet paper with this squatting. Correct me if I'm wrong, I've never used one, but I think they more have like a bidet kind of thing to wash up. But I might be totally wrong, so as I said, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is just my guess, and it maybe sounds, or maybe looked stupid with some toilet paper there, I don't know, but it's there now, so yeah. They could do whatever they want with it. So yeah, here we put in some wooden flooring and some wallpaper, because this is going to be a room, and you get to see this room as well today, but the other 2 floors we decorate in the next episode. So this is going to be a living room, and I use kind of more traditional furnitures with this. Well, actually, this whole apartment is a bit more traditional in the kind of Asian, more inspired furniture way, I think. So yeah, that's how we decorate this one, and it's quite a big room, so there's lots of room in this to have lots of things. So they have like a small seating area, and they have this middle part where they could lounge and watch TV, and then we have the back of the other wall as well, so that we are going to use for a bar, actually, so that they could maybe mix up some drinks and take outside to the pool, and maybe even, I don't know, invite their neighbors in for a drink to when they have a pool party maybe, or so. So we went for this big bar backsplash, and also then a little bar in front of it. No chairs though, so they have to bring their drinks to the sofa outside. And a little board where they can put up notifications to let the other people living in the house know different things that are going on, maybe if they're having a party or so on. And then we have some decorations on the wall, some pictures and so on. And that's the whole thing for today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you next week again for the inside. Thanks for watching. Bye.